Hey guys, I'm back again. Hope y'all had a wonderful break and a happy new year. And I'm just here doing my first blog, or I guess it's a vlog entry, about my first day being at what we're going to call Amazon Middle School. I met with my teacher. I'm going to use his alias as Mr. Gregory. Met with Mr. Gregory this morning. It was good because his first two periods of every day are planning periods, so I was able to come in and sit down with him, talk about what we'll be doing as far as what I'll be teaching, which I can't say I'm overly enthused about. I wasn't too happy about having to do civics in the first place because I remember having to take that class as an 8th grader and I absolutely couldn't stand it. But it actually turns out that I'm going to be teaching economics, which is a class that I can't stand even more than civics. So it should be a pretty interesting semester. I guess overall it'll be a good experience just in case I do get thrown into a situation when I have a job where I do have to teach economics, so it's not like I'm coming, into a situation where I haven't dealt with the subject in years. So I guess I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to getting into the swing of things. We talked about starting up, what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be observing it first. He answered some questions as far as what SOLs I need to cover, how he runs the class, how long classes are, what are the kids like, and all that. And I'd say overall it was a really good first meeting. He took me on a tour of the building. I met with, God, it felt like the entire faculty, half of which, by the way, are Hokies, which is awesome. But yeah, so after all that happened, I was able to sit down, observe a little bit. I was only there for, I think it was a period and a half before I had to get going. But, I got to sit down and see some of the kids in action. And I guess the biggest difference that I noticed coming from Cold Stone High School to Amazon Middle is that the kids are eerily similar but extremely different at the same time. As kids in middle school, they feel like they're adults. They think they're the big kids on the block. They try to act in a way that I guess would show that much kind of like high schoolers do, but at the same time, the maturity level is vastly different. I'm still dealing with kids here that think, boys think girls have cooties, and if you say the word butt or, God forbid, in a health class, you talk about reproductive organs, they're going to sit there and giggle for 50 straight minutes. So I find this to be a challenging obstacle, but one that I'm ready to take on, just in case, I do end up in a middle school when I do end up getting a job. So it's good to get the experience with both the high school and the middle school kids, and I'm excited to, go about it and make this classroom my own. Mr. Gregory and I talked about trying to keep a certain level of continuity going, especially with assessments. But, I'm ready to kind of make this thing my own and, really, put my stamp on the product that I'm going to be putting out, namely, educating these kids. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it goes well. And I guess I'll talk to you guys at some time in the near future. See you guys later.